We've all seen you out on the field and the size of man you are. Are you just hitting the ball like that?
Yeah, I can swing it.
See, I knew it.
Yeah, I've carried multiple over, 350, 360. Yeah, on a track, man, actually, I hit one 390.
That's insane. Hello, everybody, and welcome to another VIP tournament here on Ultimate Golf. I'm Duff, I'm your host, and these VIP tournaments are a fun chance for you guys to compete alongside. We've had some fellow players, we've had some game developers. Occasionally, we throw a seasonal character at you, but this time, we've got something special. We've got a pro athlete, a 3-year member of the league-leading Philadelphia Eagles. You're joined by Patrick Johnson. Welcome to your VIP tournament, man.
Oh, man, I'm super excited to be here with y'all. I'm hoping to shoot a nice little score today and show my little golf game.
All right, Patrick, let's get right to it. Go ahead, hit your tee shot on number 1. Let's see what you got, and then we'll kind of start a little chat and get to know you a bit here.
We'll try to put it nice in the fairway here. Let's see here.
So you can go ahead, you can move your target around if you need to. Just go ahead, grip it and rip it, whatever you need to. That ball moving down the fairway.
There we go. Starting off hot, I feel like.
Patrick, we've got you playing Harbour Town, a beautiful course down there in Hilton Head, South Carolina. Most recognizable courses, especially for hole 18 there.
Very nice.
As I understand it, you're no stranger to a golf course.
I am not.
Been up quite a bit.
I'm not a stranger at all. This is my second love, I will say. If I would have picked up before football, probably would have been my first. But yeah, man, I've been playing since I was in elementary school. My grandfather actually got me into it, and something I just absolutely fell in love with. Been playing ever since. Anytime I get the chance, especially with teammates now that I'm older. So it's always fun getting out there, beating up on them a little bit.
Nice. And yeah, you talked about growing up. So growing up Chattanooga, Tennessee, remember at Notre Dame? Yep. What was it like growing up in Chattanooga? And you said you golfed in elementary school. Were you a multi-sport athlete in high school or just football?
Yeah, I played baseball, wrestled for a couple years there, and football. That's really pretty much it. Sadly, golf was at the same time, so I wasn't really able to play golf as much as I wanted to. Let's go.
Get in there.
Let's go.
And you're obviously a large, very athletic gentleman. Did you just dominate at wrestling and then just hit dingers all day playing ball?
Yeah, so I actually wrestled for, I want to say it's like 7-8 years growing up. Wrestling was just something that I enjoyed early, had a lot of success with it. And so when I got into high school, I actually taken a couple years off, and there actually used to be my old elementary, middle school coaches. And so they actually got me back out there on the mat and did my first tournament, had 3 pins, and then they, from there on, we went to state and stuff like that. Sadly, we lost, but it was a cool experience getting back out there, though. I really enjoyed it.
That's awesome. And I know you mentioned your grandfather. I know he played a huge role in your life.
He's more active than I am. We'll say that. It's always so funny sharing stories just about him. And let's see here, a little left. But yeah, man, he just been such a huge influence for me. And keeping me, getting me started in the weight room, getting me started in the golf game, and just playing a huge role during my whole life.
So when was it that you realized that you were like a good football player? Like, was this in high school? Were you just all over the place? Did you play both ways in high school? How'd that work?
Yeah, actually, I was an all-state tight end. When I actually went to Tulane, they actually didn't know what position I was actually going to play, which is actually funny. So when I got there on campus, they kind of asked me, like, what do you want to play? And I was like, well, I said, I like defense, so it pays well. And so, yeah, it kind of took off from there. It was really until my sophomore year is really when I got to be a starter. And from there, it just took off. Enjoyed it.
You obviously had a very, very successful career at Tulane. All-time sack leader, 24 and a half in your time there. I was watching some of your highlights from college, the Tulane days, and you just look like a man amongst boys. Your speed getting around those guys in the corner. Like, how do your eyes just like bug out when you beat that guy and there's just nothing but green between you and the quarterback? Like, is that like the best feeling in the world?
Honestly, that is the best feeling in the world. You know, I try to explain that feeling to people, but it just nobody. I don't feel like you really understand unless you're really out there to experience something like that, man. It's absolutely unreal.
Sure. I'm gonna get you. And you were not afraid to show your excitement after a big sack or a strip or a forced fumble. That was get in the hole, please. No, 901 inch short. I was impressed just by your ability to make a ball get loose. The forced fumbles, the strips, the loose balls. Is that just a product of you being like stronger than these guys and they don't expect that tree trunk to come down across their arms?
Yeah, man, you got to have awareness, and like the biggest thing, I always focus on, especially, when I was in college, we talked about it a lot, man. The best thing, a sack's nice, but a strip sack's even better. That's what we say.
So, successful high school career, you end up having a few offers. What made you pick Tulane?
Ah, man, my parents always preach education to me. Growing up, so education was always a big, thing in our household. And so with Tulane being such a good university with football, and then with Coach Fritz on the football side of it, Coach Fritz, who's now actually headed to Houston, sadly for us, but I'm happy for him. When he actually came in, it was actually his first year. So I was actually able to build a quick relationship with him, actually. I only got recruited about 2 weeks by him, and love what he stood for. Old school kind of coach. Honestly, everything just kind of worked out kind of in that way, and decided to go there. Had a great turnaround, program history, and honestly the rest is history.
For real, Willie Fritz. So he was 8-year coach at Tulane. Came in same year as Patrick did there, and man, did he ever! He put an impressive record up in those 8 years, and. You don't want to really say get rewarded, but he did. He got rewarded. He's heading to Houston now, so shout out Coach Fritz. We wish him the best.
Yeah, Coach Fritz, he means a lot to me, man, and so I'm always really happy for somebody like that to succeed.
We wish him nothing but the best as he heads on down the road into Texas, Houston. Oh, look at this! All right, so we're gonna help you on this next chip. We're gonna move it around a little. We'll get that guide right in the hole. Yeah. We'll let you do your own thing for a couple here. And now I can't stand to watch it, so I'll help you on the next chip that you get. So you do your time at Tulane. I think you opted early, didn't you? And then that's all right. You know what? The people at home love this because it gives them an opportunity to beat you, and then they get some pretty great rewards. I mean, how many guys get to jump into the NFL in the show and in their second year get to go to the biggest game in sports?
No.
I know not the outcome you guys wanted, but no, man, like what an experience! I was gonna save this for later, but now that we brought it up,
yeah,
like, are you just walking around, your jaw dropped the entire time, like, holy shit, I'm going to the Super Bowl?
Yeah, and honestly, it really didn't hit until we really won the NFC Championship game. And when that confetti was coming down, that's really when it hit. I was like, oh my God, I'm going to the Super Bowl. Like you watch it as a kid growing up, and to actually get the chance to actually play in one, that was unreal. So it was for sure jaw dropping, especially when I walked out there on the field for the first time. It was cool.
So walking out on the field for the first time as in the Super Bowl. Now, can you go back and remember your first time walking out in Philly, like hearing that crowd going, "Oh my God, like this is it. I'm in the show. I made it."
No, man. Yep, you said it, man. It was that feeling of like, wow, because with Philadelphia, what makes Philadelphia, especially the stadium, so special is the fans. We absolutely have amazing fans. So when I was actually able to go out there and experience how loud they are, because I came from Tulane, where now is like our fan base is actually doing a lot better now, but it was not. I never actually experienced something like that who were actually cheering for me. So for me, it really hit home for me because that was something I've never experienced before. So it was an unreal feeling, and it almost want to bring tears to your eyes when you get out there for the first time.
When you get to the NFL, is everything just like a little bit bigger, or is it does it feel different? Like, does college actually prepare you for NFL or not?
You know, when people ask me that question before, I always say it really depends on what college you go to, because that's the most important thing is your preparation from your coaches, how you game plan, and then, how you practice and stuff like that. But yeah, depending on where you play, the stage can always seem a little bit bigger. It's just the guys, man. The guys are so much better in the pros. People just don't realize. Keep learning from guys that you go up against every day. Especially a guy like, for me, is like Lane Johnson. I could go against him. And he'll tell me like, hey man, I don't think you should do this. Keep doing that. That's a really good job here and there. And so I just keep learning, man. And they honestly, that's what makes it fun.
In my mind, it's like kind of, all right, the D guys are kind of stick together. They got a little brotherhood going. Maybe the O-line guys got something going. Is it like that in the NFL? Like, are you guys always helping each other out? Like, are you asking questions when you're sitting around eating your team meals and stuff? Or is it just a lot of figuring out watching tape on your own?
It really depends on where you are. That's the biggest thing, because every team's going to be different. You're going to have some guys that's going to help you out a little bit more than others. But from my experience since being in the league, man, I've really actually had a lot of luck having good teammates. And so, I feel like I have a good chemistry with a lot of guys, and who's always trying to help me out. So can't complain.
I like your setup on this chip. Let's hope it goes in.
Oh, get in.
Sit. Oh, you know what? That's a tough shot, though.
Yeah.
These greens at Harbour Town, they are nasty. So one of the fun aspects about Ultimate Golf is we design these games and we design these courses as realistic as possible. So Harbour Town, one of the courses that we can watch on TV, and when they run the tournaments there, we can actually sit and watch and play along on your phone. And I've seen some greens where the pin is in a certain spot and you see a guy putting, and I know just from playing this game, I'm like, dude, it breaks left at the hole. It breaks left at the hole. And sure enough, he misses it on the low side. So you talked about, you try and get out, you've been golfing since elementary school. Mm-hmm. You keep track of your handicap at all? How low did you get?
I was probably like about 3 over. I was about a 3 handicap. Right now, I'm probably, not playing much. Probably about 6 to 8.
Still fantastic.
Yeah, I shot under 80 a couple times during OTAs and stuff, getting out there with the guys. But I feel like if I was actually able to get out there and practice more, I could for sure, be a scratch golfer.
All right, we've all seen you out on the field and the size of man you are. Are you just hitting the ball like? How far?
Oh, well, yeah, I can swing it.
See, I knew it.
Yeah, I can swing it, man. I have, with that baseball background, I've carried multiple over, 350, 360. Yeah, I actually have it on a track, man. Actually, I hit one 390.
That's insane.
Yeah, so I can swing it, man. That's for sure a strong part of my game.
So when you go out and play with the guys, now obviously you have a little pocket buddy and whatnot. Are you guys messing around playing, like, are you doing long drive stuff like we do with the guys?
For me, it's like I know I win the long drive if it's that. So I have some really good actually teammates. Britton Covey's one that's a really good golfer. Our best golfer on the team by far is Jake Elliott. He's
really?
Yeah, he's really good. But that man is he can play.
Yeah, it sounds like it. All right, let's get this. No, we're too hard. We were too soft, and now we're too hard. And I did lie to you because I said I was going to help you, then I never did.
Yeah, I know.
You know what? He's got this. I said, you know what? I think he's got this. He's doing all right. Let's get this in. We're through 6 here with NFL player, Philadelphia Eagle, Patrick Johnson. You're in a unique position because, you're a big dude compared to me, but you're not a huge dude when it comes to NFL standards.
Absolutely.
But you're so fast and strong. Are you still kind of trying to find your groove and where you're going to end up and learning?
Like you said, using my speed is honestly like my strength. Using that speed and turning it into power has been a huge help for me. And it's actually something that we actually preach here with the Eagles and how we play as DNs, because we're all probably pretty much about the same size, besides a couple of us. Just knowing your strengths and weaknesses, you got to be honest with yourself. And I feel like I've done that in my career, and that's kind of why it's kind of helped me out for sure.
We can't talk Philadelphia Eagles without talking about probably one of the biggest buzzwords in football this year, which we call it the tush push. Do we call it the brotherly shove? What it is, like, I've got a 9-year-old daughter that knows what this play is because she thinks it's hilarious. What do you call it first off? What do you guys?
I like the brotherly shove. That's for sure. I
Get the Philly in there.
I think it's a good name for it.
The conversion rate's like in the high 90s. There's people talking about trying to ban it. No way. I am team no. Just learn how to defend it. You can't ban that.
You know, I feel the same way. You know, other teams can do it. That's what I say. And just tell them that, hey, you got to learn how to do it the right way.
Figure it out. You talked about being mic'd up. I know sometimes we've heard some interesting things, players being mic'd up. Are you a trash talker out there at all, or are you just?
Man, I just try to be a silent assassin. You just never know who you're going against. You never want to, get blindsided because you made somebody upset. So.
I love seeing an athlete like you that gets so excited with the sack or something. Show a little emotion. Maybe they're not always scripted. It just kind of go with the moment, whatever you feel like doing, whether it's something like this or arms up or whatever. Now, I gotta ask you, Tulane, you wore 7 and 34, right?
Yeah, 7 and 34. I was 34 my first 2 years, and I switched back over to my high school number.
You're 48 now. Is that just a product of there's two other guys and you had to pick a number, or was there significance to 48?
No, that was pretty much it. I came in as a 7th round rookie. I didn't really have much say so, and they said, hey, there's a few numbers here. What do you like? And I texted my families. They said, hey, which one do y'all want to see me in? It was like a couple, like 53, 52, and then like 48. And I was like, you know what? I said, we'll take the 48.
Patrick, go ahead, hit that spin button in the bottom left where the ball is.
Yes, sir.
And then we're gonna go all the way down on your ball. We're gonna throw some backspin on here, so that's gonna just like making an approach shot in real life. There we go. We added some spin. You can go up there, move the target, leave it there if you want. We'll just miss it. We're good. We're gonna slowly but surely we'll get you close to one of these approaches. Gonna have much easier. There we go.
Yeah, appreciate it.
Control that spin just like in the real world.
Yep.
What's your strength? So you're pounding it off the tee to like insane long distances. Yeah. Are you? How's your short game? Is it good?
That's
wedge is good. Are you just putting good? Where's your?
You missed another putt.
I missed that, man.
You distracted me, man.
Yeah, there's no silence, please, in this part. You just gotta play through.
But yeah, no, man. I would say for sure my chipping stuff. It's something I feel like I like. When you hit it off the tee pretty far, you're going to be pretty close to the green, especially on a lot of par fours. So I've learned, got to practice a lot more chipping. My putting average, it's not amazing by any means, but for me, it's like always just chip enough or close enough to where I don't have to two putt. Just two putt and get out.
Get out of there. So a couple games ago, I saw you had the girls on the run putting those cleats on.
Yeah.
I have a couple daughters that play high-level sports. Of course, I told you before, I'm Canadian, so they play hockey. Not a lot of football.
That's awesome.
And I'm a huge supporter of girls and women in sports. Maybe you can talk for a second about Girls on the Run and what led you to working with them. And
yeah, just like kind of like for me, it's like I have two sisters, both great athletes. My older sister actually ended up getting into theater. She went to Northwestern, and then my younger sister's actually right now at Mercer. She actually has a game tonight versus Georgia Tech. So go Bears. But so for me, it's like I always wanted to support and show love to my sisters and stuff. So when it got a little bit closer to doing my cleats, I really didn't know exactly what I wanted to do. And I was kind of talking to the people around to kind of help me out, and that actually was something here in Philly, and I was like, man, like I want to jump on that. Like let's do that. Support support the girls out here in the world that need to be shown more love.
That's awesome, and it's cool because you guys, as pro athletes, you have the ability to do stuff like this and be noticed, and I commend you guys for because you have to make the choice to do that. It's not like you made the decision to help people. That's awesome.
Yeah, absolutely.
You were quoted as saying one of the things you would like to pick up is playing the piano.
Just because you do so much with football and stuff like that, you got to have your mind off it, feels like a little bit here and there. So for me, I've always, never done any kind of musical stuff. So eventually I'm going to pick up the piano and teach myself a little something. My fiance actually, she plays guitar. She used to go to coffee shops and stuff like that and play music. And so, you know, she's kind of talking to me about it a little bit because I'm always trying to find things to do. And so that's something I'm gonna try to pick up and get better at. You know, I've been doing it now for about a month, and I've been enjoying it so far.
Houses.
Oh yeah.
Congratulations on the engagement, by the way. That was a couple months ago.
Yeah.
The long-term girlfriend. It's always nice to see those stories.
Yeah, man. Yeah. So I actually met her in college. It was actually funny. So I actually had to wait for about a year. She didn't really give me any attention for a while there, which is okay. Which is okay. But yeah, man, everything turned out great, and 5 years later, we're happy as ever and doing great.
Fantastic. Sounds like a great story. Look at this. Look at you. Everything all lighting up in your life.
I don't know, man. I'm trying my best.
These approach shots are getting better. Look at this. Gonna make this putt no problem. All right, so one of the transitions going to the NFL. So now you guys have college. You're kind of in charge, I think, for the most part, with your own food and whatnot. I'm sure they have trainers that help you with meal plans and whatnot. But NFL, how far do you dive into are they planning all your meals? Do you get the stuff delivered at home in the off season? What's your meal prep? You came up short again.
I know, man. My putt, like I said, I'm an average putter. I try to putt at least twice, no more than twice. But yeah. So actually, in the off season for me, I do meal prep pretty much. Usually, probably at the place that I'm training at, and then actually in season, we actually have chefs here at our facility, which is really nice. It's very helpful, I'll say.
I gotta ask though, so you're running late for something, you're starving, you gotta stop, you gotta eat something, go through a drive-thru. Where are you stopping? What are you ordering, Patrick?
If I'm back at home, because we don't have Zaxby's up here, but I actually get the chicken tenders. I'll get a 5-piece chicken tenders, double fries, no slaw, and then I'll go and get the sweet and spicy sauce tossed on the tenders. That's usually my go.
Oh,
yeah. Let's
watch Patrick hit a putt here. We got this.
There we go.
Perfect. Let's watch Patrick here on hole 13. Short-ish par 4. I'm gonna try and get him. Let's go birdie or better to finish out this round. All right, he's got the rattler. Get the backspin on there. Otherwise, we're gonna go flying off the back of the green. We don't want that. We want to keep these putts short.
It's gonna be a good one.
Want to see some birdies.
Little right.
Find an eagle on the way. We've had some Philadelphia Eagle Christmas stuff come out lately. First of all, what do we think about your boy Jason there and his brother singing some songs going #1?
Jason and them, man, they have a lot of fun with that, and it's always super interesting to hear them sing, and they honestly do a really good job of it too.
It looks like the Eagles you guys just have a ton of fun. Obviously you get it done, but finding that switch to turn it on and off and fun and compete and balance, is it just so much easier when you guys have the big record that you can go out there and just get it done but still have fun while you're doing it? What's today, on a Monday or a Tuesday, is it just that much easier knowing, all right, we're so well prepared?
We have so much fun as a team, and you're not gonna have that everywhere you go. But yeah, man, but when it's time to do business and practice hard and the preparation, we all take it very, very serious. And so I feel that's what's kind of huge. We spend so much time together on and off the field, and we play pool actually a lot. Ping pong and pool is actually one of the games we play in the game. Yeah, it gets very competitive. We don't play for money or anything like that, but we do play for push-ups actually, which is actually funny. So we call it command push-ups if you ever heard of it. Basically, you would say, if I'm playing you in a game of pool and I beat you, we'll put 10 push-ups on it. And so anytime I want you to do 10 push-ups, no matter if we're in meetings or anything, you have to.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So it can be very funny when you get guys maybe in the hallway. You say, hey, what's up? Hey, by the way, give me the 5 push-ups I need from you. And so you got.
That is hilarious.
That's one of the big things. So we're always competing on and off the field, regardless of what it is.
Oh, you know what would have been so great is if we had someone right now that I'd talk to or that you owe push-ups to, we could have made you do it right now. That would have been fantastic. But, that's a pretty hilarious story, and that's very funny that you guys do that. So pool, ping pong. What is a typical day in the NFL like?
Yeah, we probably get in around 8 or 9. It's not super early unless, you need to get in there for treatment and stuff. It gives guys time to get rest. Sleep is actually the biggest thing, honestly, in the NFL that a lot of people don't actually really realize. Like, that's actually the key to recovery. And so our coach and, strength coach really talk about that a lot. And so, we'll get up around that time and get in. Maybe probably do a lift, like I said, and then get into a few meetings. So we'll start off with special teams, and then we'll hit the defensive meeting, and then break apart and hit the individual meetings. And then usually we head out to walkthrough, and then we'll have walkthrough. Get done with that. We'll come back in for for lunch and another special teams meeting, and then we'll probably head out for practice. It's a lot of meetings. We'll say that.
It's
yeah. So you gotta have.
I think that's one thing people don't realize. Like, they think you guys are just all like peak athletes, and then you just go out there on Sunday and do your thing.
It's not just showing up, just for practice and then headed out after.
Oh, little hot. Good approach though.
Yeah, appreciate it. Physically, it's hard, but honestly, mentally, it's even more because the season gets so long. It's tough, but I enjoy it though. I have a lot of free time in the off season. It's just I have to either be disciplined. That's the biggest thing. You got to be disciplined in your time off and making sure that you rest up, and you also train hard enough for when you report back for OTAs that you look good in shape. Because that's the quickest way to get fired if you're not in shape.
And some dude is waiting to take your spot.
Exactly.
And long gone are the days from 30, 40 years ago where guys could show up 40 pounds over for OTAs.
It's over.
Do you still remember that first NFL road trip? And now, within reason, did you get a big rookie dinner or anything like that? What was your rookie year like?
Yeah, man, my rookie year, I still remember having to come pulling out my credit card for rookie dinner. Luckily, I got to split it with a couple of my rookie linebackers, but it still cost me a few grand. Honestly, it was worth it. Had some nice drinks with the guys, had a good time, went out to bars after.
But it's got to feel good walking around in a bar and like, hey, what do you? Oh, I played the NFL.
Yeah.
like, do you remember that first time, like that kind of walking in, going, a little swagger to you? Like you weren't.
You know what?
It wasn't too late anymore. I'm a Philadelphia Eagle.
It was actually the first time I actually went out for rookie dinner. I actually went out with all my teammates, and obviously, we got recognized pretty quick. And I told my fiance, now my family, I was just laughing. I feel like I was the hot girl in the bar. I had guys coming up to me, offering me drinks and stuff. I was like, no, maybe I should come more often.
That's pretty awesome. Hopefully you guys have been playing along with Patrick, finishing those missions, earning yourself some great rewards. See Patrick playing here with the Eagle Heart. Make sure the Eagle Heart part of the rewards as you complete the missions here in this VIP.
That was not a good shot.
Patrick keeps pushing these ones.
Yeah, I know. I pushed that one.
Little quick on the release. So when you were at Tulane, you did you take some kinesiology? I'm a kinesiology major actually. You think that helps with the? Oh no, out to the right. This is your thing. Everything's out to the right. You're quick on the release. You pro athletes, your reaction is too good for our ultimate golf game. I need to slow you down a little. All right, we're on 18. Iconic. You can see that lighthouse up there in the northwest corner of your screen. The harbor, the bay. Beautiful finishing hole.
Absolutely.
So do you think if we hadn't gone down this football path, might be a D1 golfer and then gone on, maybe some Corn Ferry working on your PGA right now?
Yeah, I for sure would have given it a run. Absolutely. That, or I would try to got myself into maybe some long drive competitions.
So that's the thing now. Like, you look at the Brysons and there's a couple other guys. Michael Morris is coming up trying to make a run and stuff like that. They're all huge hitters.
Yeah.
It gives them such a big advantage on some of these courses, right? It's definitely the trend that you see in the PGA and pro golfers is big off the tee. But now that you got a little golf experience in a game, we gotta talk to your agent, move that into maybe like the Pro-Am or something somewhere. Get you in some fun stuff. Look at this. Look at that. The kid's learning something as he goes. He finishes with an 876. He's going to tap this in for birdie. Ladies and gentlemen, that has been 18 holes with Philadelphia Eagle Patrick Johnson. Look at this. What did we finish at? Minus 11 over 18 at Harbour Town. Very beatable. Very decent score for a very first-time golfer in this game, though. Patrick, hey, listen, I just want to say thank you so much for doing this. You were a pleasure to talk to. I wish you guys nothing but the best for the rest of the season here. Let's try and get you back-to-back Super Bowl. That'd be pretty awesome to get you there again. The floor is yours. Anything you want to say, talk to, give shout-outs, anything?
Man, all I got to tell people is go play this game, man. Go play Ultimate Golf. It was absolutely amazing. I really, really enjoyed it. But yeah, man, it was just a pleasure just talking to y'all while doing this. This is the first time I've actually got to do something like this. So hopefully I could do it again eventually.
Right on. All right, Patrick, thank you so much. I'm Duff. This has been another VIP tournament here on Ultimate Golf.